Hello, everybody. So this is Debbie and Demetera, inspired and unextinguishable again. And I just wanted to. I'm showing you the river. This is the Tow River in Silo community. It was absolutely pristine before. You're not seeing it as it was, of course. But I want to also honor. Um, there was a man. I don't know his name, but he was here with, I think, his nephew and bunch of men right after this, and he had some sort of tractor, whatever, machine that could go down. Like it was really wild to see. He could go down and pick up trees, to move them because we needed to move the trees out from under the river. Um, no whatever, some paid company had been here to help as of yet. And so he was just here, I'm sure helping all sorts of people, but he worked for hours. And if I knew his name, I'd say it, but I don't know his name. But I was just so thankful to him and how so many people, it wasn't about being paid, or it wasn't like the government sent anybody. It was just neighbor helping neighbor. And there's so many people here who, for a living, they have these machines. So it was such a blessing. And that, even though the roads in so many places were blocked, close by, people could come and just start cutting down trees and where they were blocking and fallen, and not cutting them down. I mean, they're fallen already. Uh, so anyway, I wanted to, and then there's the electric lines, so many electric lines. Somebody told me about, I was just thinking, you never know, like, well, if this hadn't happened, it may seem terrible, but then maybe something worse would have happened. So there was somebody whose, big tree fell on their house, but because there were electric lines, it fell through someone's bedroom. And I mean, she got hurt. She had to go to the hospital. I think she just had bruises and stuff. But because there was an electric line, it had cushioned it, because it had held the tree back from going as forcefully as it would have. So thank you, electric lines. These are bamboos, and some of them are still green and they're so strong. Bamboos are really strong, just like the people here, just like the community here, and just like the river. It will flow clean, and once again, it will. I know it will. So, also an interesting thing, that what happened is that all these huge trees were forced, were fell, and then they had nowhere to go but flow down the river. And then they came to this bridge. So many small bridges like this throughout North Carolina, throughout this area. Just very small bridges that go from one little community to, another. And the pavement cracked, the bridge cracked, so it was impassable. So, but now it's been fixed. But so the trees fell, and then they blocked. They had nowhere to go. They couldn't go under the bridge. They were too big. So then the water had nowhere to go. The water was just, it was like there was no more flow. So then the water rushed up the embankment. So we were really close to the bridge where I was living. This is the Silo Inn, which is completely ruined. And I know the people who live there, beautiful people. The business is gone. So they had to just stay up on the second floor, but the first floor where the bed and breakfast, kitchen, and all that, and their living spaces were, is completely gone. A cottage, float away. So it's all so kind of, I was thinking how we're so used to seeing just this beautiful beauty here in the Blue Ridge. It's always there. The mountains are always there, and then the tree and the mountains are still there, of course. They're standing strong, but all these trees that fell, we're so used to beauty, and no one litters. It's just all just completely beautiful. There's so many artists and poets and writers here, and whatever creative channels, however you channel your creativity, everyone just totally loves nature here. So many people are just, we just took it for, I don't want to say granted, but I mean, not really granted. Everyone really appreciates it. But you see now there's like garbage in the trees, or, I mean, there's been like trucks in the river and houses in the river, and oh, it's just so, and you think like when you live in the city, I mean, I'm from New York and I've lived in the city, there's just all sorts of stuff everywhere, right? That's not really pleasing to the eye or the spirit. And you can see but that wasn't so here. But of course that will be cleaned up. It's just material, human, man-made things that are now just all over the place. And a lot of it's been picked up already, actually.